Hi, I'm Paul DeNicola from PwC's Governance Insights Center. Welcome to our Emerge Stronger series. The M&A environment has been significantly changed by the coronavirus. So here today to talk with me about what the future of M&A is and what it means for boards of directors is my partner, Carina Markel from PwC's Deals Practice. Carina, thanks so much for joining me today.
Paul, there's no question there's a lot of uncertainty in this environment. But frankly, management and boards should not disregard deals during this downturn. There are big shifts in sectors in this environment, and actually doing a deal now may be a way of reimagining the strategy, the future of the company, and position it for growth. And frankly, we've done research. Companies that do deals in a downturn, particularly those that do it early, actually realize better returns from those deals. So as management and as a board member, frankly, be bold and don't hesitate. Reimagine the strategy. Don't hesitate to use deals to accelerate that strategy. And frankly, Paul, we're seeing a lot of companies do that now. Back in the early part of this environment, deal volumes and deal values were down. And frankly, mega deals were down. But we're seeing an uptick, and we're seeing an uptick this summer with deal volume increasing and some larger deals being announced. So what I believe this says is a number of companies are positioning themselves. And another indicator is that companies are actually doing cross-sector deals. We were seeing that before the downturn, and we're seeing that continue. And I believe that is indicative of companies positioning themselves as we come out of this downturn, as companies try to accelerate their transformation.
When you think about the pandemic and the economic fallout, there's this wide range of new risks that companies considering M&A transactions need to keep in mind. There are also lots of opportunities, right? If you look out over the next year or so, what other sort of risks and opportunities should boards be particularly aware of right now as their companies are evaluating deals?
Paul, I would focus on a risk that has actually been something that boards and management should have been focused on before this environment, and that goes back to talent. Culture and talent were key things, key risks, and frankly, opportunities in deals. In this environment, I believe that a board should really focus on asking whether the culture would be a good fit, and does the target have the talent that's needed to make the acquisition successful and capture value. There are a lot of companies that are currently or have looked at restructurings or have done restructurings, companies that have done volunteer separation programs, involuntary separation programs. That has a huge impact on talent. And without that talent, it will be hard to capture the value from an acquisition. So I would say that in this environment, increase the focus on talent, and board members should focus on that along with management.
Yeah, no, I would totally agree with you, and that is very much consistent with how boards have been increasing their focus on talent over the last several years. At one point, the focus of boards was much more on C-suite succession, but now most boards are looking much further within their own organization, and by extension, in the deals context, looking into what talent would look like for a new organization going forward. So
You're exactly right, Paul.
Totally consistent. I guess one other question I would have for you is around divestitures. Unless the business environment starts to improve pretty quickly, it's logical that more companies are going to be looking at opportunities to realign their portfolios. and we could see an increase in divestitures. So when it comes to that, what should boards be asking their management team when a divestiture is on the table?
So, Paul, similar to acquisitions, companies that do divestitures in a downturn actually also realize larger returns from that divestiture. In this environment, it's really important to be a prepared seller and also use the divestiture as an opportunity to transform what remains in the company. So let me talk about those two things. Being a prepared seller means that the company is positioning itself to really maximize value. And as a board member, really ask management the questions of what is the deal perimeter? What should be in and out of the deal? What's the financial information for what may be in that deal perimeter? And do we have solid data to actually make decisions that impact value on a divestiture? I think you'd be surprised that data is frankly one of the challenges in working to be a prepared seller. On my second point of using this as an opportunity to transform the company, frankly, as you're going through a divestiture, a company should go through a transformation of RemainCo at the same time. There are interplays between those two undertakings. It makes the effort more complex, but you want to think through how does the synergies and stranded costs from a divestiture impact the remaining company, and how do you address those? Those are questions that you want to address at the same time, which is why, as a board member, I would be looking at the divestiture and the transformation of the remaining company at the same time.
Carina, thanks for your insights today. For more information on what boards need to know to help their companies emerge stronger, please visit our website. Thanks a lot for joining.